Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins here. We got a special report for you tonight. The infamous Black Triangle has been on the major media recently. The Congress debunked the Corbell video, but does it really exist, the pyramidal shaped craft? Oh, hell yeah, it does. Watch this. Caution the language.
Feeling?
Yes.
What the fuck is that?
They look like choppers, but I can't tell.
I'm about to get out the car. Hold on.
Oh my god.
What is that? Hey, do you see that? Feeling?
So let's watch this once more. And let me tell you, I'm warning everybody, there is some strong language, as you heard, but you can't blame the people, and we're going to share the video raw, especially in these times. We're going to bring you the footage and just share it as much as we can possibly, and hope you guys can enjoy it. This isn't a kids channel. This is serious stuff, and what we're looking at here happened over Oahu, our state, where we live in, and multiple people captured this anomaly, and we're going to be watching them tonight, so buckle up for that. Brett, what's your first impressions on this first submission here?
Yeah, I can't wait. We got 3 more after this. This is impressive. I like the way the guy says he needed to get out of the car and film this event. People might even say this is a reflection in the window due to the light on the glass, but we're going to be ruling that out, and everybody in the comments, we're not going to say it, but guess again, this is not a reflection in the shield. What we're looking at is something amazing, a formation of lights that's traversing the night sky, and they seem to be kind of flickering and undulating with light. This is a great capture by these people.
Absolutely, but these lights, the big question is, are they connected to one large craft? And if so, this craft, if it is indeed one, it's very large. And like you said, Brent, it's not a reflection. You can see it clearly go behind the branches of the tree. So, and we do have more eyewitnesses and their videos. So the big question is, what is going on in our skies? Is this secret technology, Space Force, private corporation tech, or is it otherworldly? Now, let's get to the next one. It's a really quick clip, but guys, take a look. Once again, we're looking at it from a different angle, confirming that this isn't a reflection. This is a massive event over Oahu. And we're so happy that many people from the area were keeping their eyes peeled to this, locked their cameras onto this object. In my opinion, I think it's actually one object. That's what I'm kind of coming to the conclusion here, because these lights remain very consistent. There is no erratic maneuver if these were Chinese lanterns or space debris coming from out of the sky. And I did hear that there was some kind of debunking going on, that this is maybe a celestial event, like a space junk was breaking apart, but I'm not seeing any of that evidence. These are very consistent, and they're traversing through the sky, and these objects, these lights, in my opinion, it's connected to something.
Yeah, we're looking at this. The big question, is it a craft? People were on the ground saying that looks like a spaceship. So they had a clear eye, not using a video camera, your cell phone. They actually were seeing it with the naked eye, and that makes a big difference when you're on location witnessing an event like this. This happened at 10 p.m. Hawaii time, but the sources that we got it from recently, this was taken some time ago, but this is a first time that we're sharing it on Third Phase, because we've never seen it, and it's coming from the home state. I think it needs to be shared.
Yeah, absolutely, Brent. We're going to be sharing evidence because the archive is so mass, and people have these videos within their phones in their archives, and they're not sharing it to the public. We've got another video of the event. Watch this. You heard right as the video cut, she says, "Are these aliens?" The question is, absolutely, it's a good one. Guys, what's your thoughts? Is this something otherworldly, or is this something that we have in our assets? Or is this some kind of threat? Guys, we've seen the TR-3B up close right here on the Big Island, and I can tell you it was massive. You had to look from left to right and actually do a 180 with your whole field of view to capture the craft because it was so close to us. I think we could have probably thrown a rock at it. So these craft are large, and we could confirm that. Again, is this a large craft? These people with this third angle right here, you could hear their shock. This isn't something normal. This is absolutely abnormal.
Yeah, what's going on here is I believe that there are extraterrestrial craft that are shaped such as this, a TR-3B shape, and then there's the United States government or secret programs, private corporations, which are creating and simulating the extraterrestrial craft itself. Now, if this could be broken and disseminated to the public and released, some of the assets that we have in our government situation or private hands, then we might get the truth. But right now, the people in Hawaii are filming this spectacular event, and that's right, Blake. We were in 2010, we witnessed the same thing, a massive TR-3B that flew over a kind of a desolated area. What I like about this is taking place over Honolulu and Kaneohe on Oahu.
And there's a lot of people that live in that area. And again, like we said, we have multiple eyewitnesses and their submissions. And what's interesting is that they have no clue what they're capturing. And that's why we're sharing this with you. Guys, have you seen the TR-3B up close or craft this size? We know they exist. Again, we've seen them up close, but don't take our word for it. Right now, we're looking at the evidence. And the evidence is strong with this one, especially the cooperation of multiple eyewitnesses on the ground, uploading their videos to social media and getting the word out. Don't be afraid of getting your UFO evidence out to the public. Now, let's roll the next one. Watch more eyewitnesses.
Look up,
Look
bro.
up, look up.
Look up, bro, in the sky. No, look up, bro.
Mom.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Boys, you know what's coming straight there? That fucker's worth big dog, millions.
Oh, fuck.
UFO.
Don't let them speak shit, my lord.
That's
Are you getting that, bro?
Oh, girl. Bro, that looked like a big fucking plane, huh? Coming up.
Oh, you see us behind him. You see us there's a Air Force.
What's great about this is that it's not a sole individual cameraman shooting this. You could hear there's multiple people, and he did the right thing. He screamed out loud, look up, look at the UFO. And we've been preaching this for over a decade, almost 14 years right here at Third Phase of Moon. If you see a UFO, wake up the neighborhood so we could get these multiple camera angles and cooperation, because it is incredible what we're looking at here. I like this one. This is I think the best of the bunch, because it really shows that this is indeed possibly the largest craft I've ever seen on video, captured by multiple eyewitnesses. What's the meta propulsion behind it is the question.
Yeah, Blake, dang, this is hot stuff right here. And the locals on the ground, you could hear it. They're anticipating something, an event they're witnessing in real time. They're kind of probably wondering what's going to happen next. This is impressive. I like this one probably the best right here, because it gives a long little pan from right to left as it traverses over the island. You can almost see wingspans or corners of this craft. This thing almost looks like it's connected. It doesn't look like a celestial event. This apparent craft just seems to cruise along at a rate that it knows what it's doing. It almost looks like a huge airliner just coming into commercial land at an airport.
Yep, all ready to run up on the runway and land over Oahu at the Honolulu airport. And whatever this craft is, I don't think we have runways that could support this. That is just mind-blowing to think about how large these craft are, where are they coming from, and we have these videos that are amazing, and the public is where disclosure's at. And recently the Congress had their disclosure of a UFO, and I guess we'll have to take a look at it. But again, this one's spectacular, and I just want to bring up the evidence that the Congress brought up as showcasing UAP. So let's bring up that photograph and take a close look at their evidence presented to the world. Here it is. Crickets. Interesting, guys. So this is what they have to bring to the public. Well, I guess we're gonna give our own UFO opinion on it, and right now we're taking a close look at it. Actually, I'm doing some brightness and contrast to make this thing pop, and right now this is the clearest image we have from our government in regards to the UFO phenomenon. But it is interesting as we're actually analyzing it better than what they did in front of the world. As we bring it up a little closer, and again, brightness contrasted added, we could almost see a geometric shape starting to form at the tip of this orb, this golden orb. And you see this shadowy fuselage behind it. Is this a balloon? I'm not sure. I'm not seeing any tether, and it definitely isn't 360 in nature. What's your thoughts here, Brett?
Yeah, I'm looking at the front of this object. You can see the heptagon kind of shape to it, the golden symbol right on top right there in this surrounding area that's kind of like a mattated dark comparatively to this reflective material or metal, as they may have called it in Congress. I'm still not clear on what this is. Could it be a balloon? That's a possibility. And this was kind of something that I was surprised that the Congress would show as evidence. Still, it's interesting, but I'm not sure if I even shared this on Third Phase of Moon, if it's handed off to us just from a source, because we really can't make much detail on this.
Yeah, absolutely. We got to be really selective on the videos we put out to the public, and we've been trying to do this diligently for a long time. So when footage like this comes up, pretty much I think I would trash it and not put it out to the public. But again, this is government evidence, so I guess we have to take a close look, which we're doing right now. Guys, I want to get your opinions. Is this worthy of coverage? And I think this will probably be the last time we cover this, but it has been making the rounds and people wanted to get our opinions on this anomaly. Again, it was captured approximately 20 to 30,000 feet in altitude. There's not much data in regards to this, the information behind it, but there is some enhancement on the video that took them about 5 minutes to stumble around. But here it is. Again, we're enhancing this and showing you the evidence better than Congress. Look, it is interesting as we're watching. It's quickly going by the camera, but the question is this object even moving? And I think that is something important to say. Brent, you want to explain this?
Yeah, even Congress and some of the people speaking on this event, especially the speed of this craft or whatever it is, and people made it clear that the plane, basically the fighter jet, if that's where it's captured, was moving at quite some speed. And if this object was at a standstill passing in front of the lens, it would look like it's traversing fast due to the parallax. But indeed, the congressman asked that question, and the people stated that this was indeed moving slowly.
So OSAT brought this kind of information to the table, and basically it's kind of a mundane object. There is no threat that I see in regards to this thing. It is pretty much just stationary in the sky, maybe slowly traversing up or down, but it wasn't moving at incredible speeds. So the evidence presented by this new UFO office needs to maybe look into the archives of Third Phase of Moon, or maybe give us a call. We've got people that have had these experiences, eyewitnesses, the testimony, the contacts. They'd love to talk to you guys, because we're in this together to try and find out what the heck is going on. But wow, the evidence that's being presented right now from Congress is almost, well, it's not almost, it is quite embarrassing. And we've heard the rumbles through the UFO community and how disappointed everybody was, and basically shocked at the amateur style of their answers, I guess, and presenting the evidence. Again, we're looking at it, 7-sided heptagon, so it's not perfectly 360 in nature, so that is a little curious, I'd have to say. And they did get a video that lasted for about 1.5 seconds, maybe if that, not even, I'd say about 3 frames in a second, and that's all they presented to us. So it's pretty bizarre. And again, we're reaching out to Congress. Hey guys, you want to look at some really good evidence and speak to the eyewitnesses? We could do that. And these eyewitnesses and the evidence, we could guarantee when we bring the evidence to you that there's no tampering whatsoever. We want to bring you the most authentic videos from the public. We've got a really large archive. Guys, what's your thoughts on that? You think that's a good idea, or are we just wasting time because they don't want to deal with the public? It seems to me that some of the verbiage that was stated recently is that they really don't like people like us trying to maybe just question, ask for answers from them, wonder what their narrative is, and apparently they're not really happy. I guess it's a big problem for them. Thoughts on that, Brent?
Yeah, interesting. Definitely. That was kind of the big topic of conversation. We're getting calls from friends of the community. I'll mention a few: GoofOn and Alien Scientists and Dark Hour Paranormal. They're pretty shocked about some of the statements and some of this back to the public, that there might be means of prosecution if people talk differently and change the narrative of this UFO culture. I know there's a video released, this FLIR video that was dropped and was debunked by the Congress, Jeremy Corbell's video, and I'm wondering if that's where it stems from, if that's where it's all going to come piling down to, is where they're going to look at this and say, how can you get this out to the media and pass this off as real, when indeed we knew exactly what it was from the beginning. It was one of ours. It wasn't an alien craft or pyramidal. It was just a bokeh lens effect.
Absolutely. And we covered that on Above Top Secret, our documentary, in regards to the major media sharing CGI videos and misrepresented UFO UAPs. That's where you're going to hear an Above Top Secret. Guys, be safe out there. Blake Cousins. And go check it out. It's available right now. The link is below. Above Top Secret. It's crushing it across all platforms. We'll see you next time.
If the crash retrievals are true, then all bets are off.
It's very hard for people to get their minds around where the real power is. And it's not at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. The reality is something much more stark.
They've been working on this for 60, 70, perhaps 80 years.
The reason why the government is talking about these UFOs now, they're getting ready for the next level of war.
Are these objects a national security concern?
They're proffering a narrative of a national security threat that doesn't exist.
I call them alien reproduction vehicles. They're made by private corporations somewhere on this planet.
Technology from Roswell from 1947 has largely been held back from us.
Portal technology, teleportation, whatever you can imagine, it's already been done.
The biggest secrets are not the zero-point energy and electrogravitics. It's the science of consciousness. All their communication systems are moving through the consciousness field and are thought actuated. The people of the CIA call it WSFM, weird science and frickin' magic. that transdimensional interstellar technologies will benefit humanity.
There has been tremendous disinformation.
The media is keeping secrets with the government.
These are lethal, vicious people. And I'm focused on exposing the extraordinary technologies that they want to keep secret. No aspect of life on Earth will be unaffected by it.